Hey, we left Seward and we're in Soldotna on the Kenai Peninsula.
Whee! It's quite sunny today. Well, I'm Angie.
I'm Rhonda.
And we're Adventures in Nomadness. So yeah, we're doing more exploration of the Kenai Peninsula to include the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge, the towns of Soldotna, Kenai, Nikiski, and a few places in between. So let's go on an adventure.
All right. Where did you park?
I have front row parking because I have got this really good parking karma thing. So we just were walking past this. I think it's a Saturday market, train stop market, and there's no parking and people are parking like way down the hill. And like people are coming and going all the time. It's worth driving through the parking lot. So yeah, pretty much front and center at this little market. So we're gonna go check out this farmer's market. This might be our new favorite coffee place because it's in a train car, so that's kind of cool, right? And the coffee's good too.
We're at the Kenai Wildlife Refuge here in Alaska, and we're taking the Kenai Trail.
All right, well, the Kenai Nature Trail is pretty short, only 3/4 of a mile. We're going to do this whole big Centennial Trail as well, and that's 2.2 miles, so we'll get right around 3 miles today. All right, so we are in the Kenai National Wildlife Reserve, and what is the significance of that? Well, moose in this area were overhunted, and in the 1920s there were some big die-offs because of the harsh winters, so the moose population had gotten pretty depleted. So some names kind of convinced Franklin Roosevelt to preserve this area. In 1941 he did that. December 16th, just about a week after Pearl Harbor, and almost 2 million acres was set aside as part of this moose reserve. Well, over the years between 1941 and 1980, a lot of that 2 million acres was actually taken away from that moose reserve for, you know, population growth and growth and transportation and various other things. But in 1980, it was designated the Kenai National Wildlife Reserve. So, and it was almost restored to the full 2 million acres that it had been before. So it's like 1.97 million acres at this point. It's ginormous. There's tons to do, lots of hiking, lots of lakes, an amazing area to go explore. And we're gonna go explore this one very small part of it today. Really beautiful stuff. That's Devil's Club. And there's these nasty, nasty spines on the back side. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, holy moly. We can't stop long on this trail. Doused ourselves with mosquito repellent too. But they got this cool thing where they have this children's book, and then you can see what kind of birds. It's about bird watching. Ruby crowned kinglet. Awesome. Okay, keep walking. Mayday, mayday. We're abandoning our hike already. Alright, I had read that this trail was super buggy, but it's Alaska and all trails are buggy, but this one is really bad. We're not very far into it, and Rhonda's just doing this like constantly.
I have spray on.
And we both have mosquito repellent on, and we've doused ourselves a second time, and they are just swarming us like crazy.
Well, it's swampy right here.
Yeah.
It's really swampy.
So, and we can't stop. So the second we stop, we're just gonna be taken away by bugs. I'm right behind her. Ah!
Hey, well, if you can't hike, drink, especially if you work up a sweat running from mosquitoes.
So this Russian Orthodox church was built in 1894. It's one of the oldest Russian churches in Alaska, and believe it or not, they still have church services here. Well, hey, we decided to take a drive, and we went to Kenai, the town of Kenai, saw some cool historic stuff, one of the oldest Russian churches, and then we made our way to Captain Cook State Recreation Area, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad we drove up here. This is
I know.
gorgeous up here, and from what I understand, hardly any tourists come up this direction. There's a campground here. We haven't checked that out yet, but that'll be next. But the beach is amazing. Low tide right now, and you can see way out there. The cool thing is behind us, and this camera probably won't pick it up, but Mount Iliamna or Iliamna volcano is that direction. So you just have amazing mountain views, and this beach that we're the only ones walking on the beach. There's been two crazy locals with trucks that are driving down here. I wouldn't want to.
I have a feeling there's a spot that people are going to. I don't know if there's a rock pound place or what.
I don't know, but we're gonna go walk down where they're driving. And we'll go check it out. But yeah, if you come up here, drive 25 miles north of Kenai and come to the Captain Cook recreation area, because there's some lakes and rivers, and then the saltwater beach here. And so just a little bit about Captain Cook. He was an explorer in 1778. He explored this whole area, and they named Cook Inlet after him, and there's Cook this and Cook that and blah blah blah. And yeah, eventually he met his demise exploring in Hawaii. That's the area, that's the whole area around here. Hey, we just parked for a second at the Captain Cook State Recreation Area to check out the campground. We came through here, and I think it was site number 9. A lot of these sites are kind of unlevel, but this is a gorgeous campground. And some of them, like number 9, have a little trail off the backside, and you get this amazing view. Oh, not bad. I'd stay here. So the Captain Cook State Recreation Campground has 53 sites. $20 a night. So really cool area. The sites are a little bit rough. They're kind of uneven, but I think it'd be worth it to come here and stay, because it's just gorgeous here, and the beach was awesome. Well, we've been at this campground for 5 nights, and we wanted to give you our impression of it. It's called Morgan's Landing State Recreation Area, And wow, what a hidden gem. It's right between Sterling and Soldotna. It's $20 a night. It does have pit toilets, but they were really, really clean. Some of the cleanest I've ever seen. We got here on a Wednesday, and it was really quiet. There was only a few people here. We thought over the weekend it was going to get crowded. It didn't, so I don't know what the heck. I think salmon season hasn't quite started yet. Here, red season hasn't quite started yet, so I have a feeling it does get crowded. There's even overflow parking, but for a weekend in Alaska to not be fully booked or fully taken up, I don't really quite get that. Anyways, first come, first serve, no reservations. So you won't see people here that are renting RVs because most of them are going to full hookup sites. So we definitely, if you're in the area, you can, this does not have a dump, but there you can fill up your tanks with water. But secret here, Fred Meyer at Soldotna has a free dump station. Free! The places are charging 20 bucks.
Right.
The trade-off here is that for the quietness, you do have a little bit more of a drive, but it is right between some of the main areas of the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge and the town of Soldotna, so you know you can kind of be going two different directions depending on what you want to do. There is a Centennial Campground in Soldotna that we kind of drove around. That was really decent. It'd be a closer drive if you're doing stuff right in town, but we didn't mind the drive for the
It's not that far.
Yeah, for the the quietness of this spot, and then it does have river access, so great spot.
What you doing?
Fred Meyer. It's not just for groceries. The one here in Soldotna also has a very convenient dump station, so it's a one-stop shopping. You can get your gas, you can get your propane, and definitely get a Kroger membership rewards thing because you save money on gas. And this dump station is free. 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 Free? Did I say free?
Wow, we've had a great time. We've only just scratched the surface of this area. If you have an opportunity, I highly recommend it. It's not just about fishing. There's lots of hiking, but it's time for us to move on to our next location. See you there. We're at the Kenai... Soldotna.
What the hell is Soldotna?
I don't know, but we're on the Kenai Peninsula. We left Seward and came all the way over to Soldotna. It's about, I'd say, 2-hour drive, would you say?
I don't know.